Good day and welcome to our short review of the Fifine, or Fifine, I really don't know how to pronounce that, K052 microphone. It's a gooseneck product, and so it's a little different than some of you might be familiar with, at least in this price range. So let's go over some of the features before we open this up. This is a 12-inch, it's about 12 inches from here to here. It is, the base is a quarter kilogram, so for our American friends, that's about half a pound. It's a USB mic, which is nice because headphone jacks and audio jacks, mini DINs are going away all the time, so that's a good thing. Has a 2-meter cable on it, which is nice. And it works on a PC or a Mac with plug and play and no software. It'll just plug in and start working. On their site, they promote that it's good for PC gaming, podcasting, things like that. I'm not sure of that, so let's take a look. Just to be clear, they ship this to us. We have not used the product. We have not paid for this product. But as you can see here, this costs about $30 Canadian, and it costs about $20 US on Amazon. So you're not going to buy much sway with that kind of money. So trust me, this is a very honest review. Not that all of our other reviews aren't honest as well, but we always tell you when we get something for free, and we want to make sure that that's no difference. We want to be full disclosure here. So let's open this thing up and we'll go from there. I have not opened this up before. I do not know what to expect. Okay, so there's the manual. We'll go through this in a minute because I want to explain some things based on some research I've done on this. Okay, lovely, don't care. Let's empty this out. I will say it's awfully nice packaging for a small company. I might even say the packaging is excessive, but I know they're trying to be seen as a more premium brand, so this is the way you do it. Okay, so let's take a look here. So as you can see, this is flexible. I mean, I'm not going to spend any time on that. It doesn't feel cheap just immediately. It feels like a solid device, which is nice. It's flexible there and there, and as I said, this is about 12 inches in length. Now some of the nice features are it has a rheostat for volume, it has a mute button, and it has an LED so you know whether you're muted or not. Okay, so let's go over this product just a little bit before we plug it in. In particular, what we want to talk about here is noise rejection versus noise cancellation. So noise cancellation is something you hear about a lot to actively figure out what signals are coming through in the background and then canceling those out by having opposing frequencies. Now, microphones don't really work that way. Typically what they work with is what's called noise rejection. And what that means is that the mic under here, let's see if I can pull this off, and I don't know that I can easily without destroying it, so I hope I don't destroy it. The mic, there we go. Yeah, so the mic under here has what this company calls tailored response. And what it's doing is it's rejecting what's called off access sound. So if you're talking over here, it's not going to pick it up, or it's going to pick it up much, much, much less. It's really a focused mic, like a parabolic mic, that kind of thing. Not as sophisticated. And again, this is, you got to remember, this is a $20, $30 product, not a $300 product. Now, we are used to working with boom mics on headphones. We're used to using webcam mics on webcams. We are used to using blue mics for, like the Nessie. We have lots of different mics, all of which we've paid for, by the way. So let's go over some of the differences that are important. The first is, let's get the negative out of the way. This is not certified for Teams or Skype. Now, that doesn't mean it won't work perfectly. It just means it's not certified for it. It's probably that they just haven't gone through the process. I would expect it'll work just fine. In fact, I'm positive it'll work just fine. One of the things to look for in a microphone, especially a lower cost one, is the frequency response. That's basically the dynamic range of where it's going to pick up. This device picks up between 50 hertz and 20 kilohertz. And you think, I don't know what that means. Okay, well, let me tell you what that means. Most audio is in the range of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So 50 hertz, by the way, not kilohertz, 50 hertz to 20 kilohertz is really good. That's going to cut out some low-end noise, but that's about all. Basically, you're going to capture everything with this. Now, a high-end mic, and I say high-end, I'm not talking about commercial grade, $10,000 stuff, but like a blue Nessie mic, ranges up to 48 kilohertz. So I'm going to round that to 50 kilohertz. So this goes up to 20 kilohertz. The Nessie goes up to 50 kilohertz, except it doesn't make much difference because you can't hear it. Is the Nessie better? You betcha. Is it worth 3 to 5 times the price depending on where you buy it? Yeah, I don't think so. Let's go to compare this to a headset mic. Something that's much better quality than this would be the Jabra Evolve. And the Jabra, but you get the idea. These types of headphone microphones, boom mics, they range up to 8 kilohertz. So 8, maybe 10 kilohertz. The Logitech 930 is 10 kilohertz. So this goes up to 20 kilohertz. So it's literally getting twice the sound, twice the amount of content is being collected by that microphone. Based on all of this, I call these types of things podium mics because they'd be just great on a podium where you're standing in front of them and talking directly into them. They're not going to be great if your head's moving around, like gaming. Now, that gaming is one of the things that they suggest in their website, and while I'm certain it will work just fine, it won't be near as good as talking into it directly like you would at a giving a speech. So this is going to be great for podcasters. It's going to be great for giving presentations. It's going to be, PowerPoints, that kind of thing, where you need when you need a microphone. It's going to be great for podiums. It's going to be great for video conferences with 1 or 2 people where you're right in front of it. So that's its real market. We are going to plug this in now, and we are going to record it. This is the audio from a Microsoft HD 3000 webcam. It's just a little 720p webcam. And let's do a little test so you can hear the quality differences. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's all I've got. No, I'm not going to sing. All right, now I'm going to plug in the Fifine. It will plug and play. There it is. USB is not happy. No software, no screwing around. Okay, so I've got this microphone about maybe 5 inches from my face, and let's see what it sounds like. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And let's try a couple of little tests here. I'm going to snap my fingers about 8 inches away from the head of the microphone. That's directly in front of the mic. In fact, it's just in front of my face here because I pulled back a bit. I'm going to about a foot to the right. Now about a foot behind it. And a foot to the left. Now I'm also going to check the mute. Several mutes that I've used in the past are just digital mutes, and what they do is they don't actually cut the signal. They just reduce the volume. So I'm going to talk very loudly now, and then there we go. And I was talking very loudly there. Let's summarize. What we have here is a microphone that is clearly well constructed. It has the correct range on it. It beats the vast majority of microphones out there. It doesn't collect every sound, so it won't sound quite as natural as these high-end mics that have a broader range. But as you can tell right now, it's a very nice range. Things do not sound like they're clipped off at the top range or the bottom range, and that's because they're not. Carrying from 40 hertz to 20 kilohertz is an excellent range. So if your life is recording, then you're going to want a different mic. But that's not a surprise because this thing's $25, $35, something like that. We know that this testing is not scientific. And that's because people in this price range want to know, does the product work? Does it work well? And is it a good value? So we can say unequivocally that this product appears to be a good value. Now, as for its longevity, don't know. But the construction feels very solid. It really looks like a premium product. If it said Logitech on it, it would be $100. If it said Blue on it, it would be $100. So we think that this product is well worth the $20 to $30 for it. We actually have a charity that we're aware of that is in need of a mic, and we are going to give it to them. As we stated at the start, we did not pay for this microphone, and we don't want anybody thinking that we're getting something for nothing. So there it is. We're giving it away, so we're not getting anything. And just to be clear, because we had a couple people ask us about it when we were unboxing this, people that were just in our office. No, this device will not function with a cell phone, and it will not function with an Xbox, according to the documentation here. Now, because it says it won't work with an Xbox, we're assuming it won't play with a PlayStation or any other console. Okay, that's about it. If you have any questions or concerns, please get a hold of us at www.urtech.ca. Thank you. Bye-bye.